Hey guys, what's going on? So this is going to be a guide on how to beat the Nexus strike for this week's Nightfall. And the three skulls that are going to really affect you, I guess, are Angry, Juggler, and Voidburn. Epic and Nightfall are always on for Nightfall, so. But Juggler is the only real problem with this one. So you got to keep switching weapons to get ammo for your other weapons. Like if you're using a primary weapon, you won't get primary ammo. If you're using secondary, you won't get secondary ammo, and so on. And Void Burn, a lot of the enemies do actually do void damage. I believe the last boss and all the Minotaurs do void damage, so they're gonna hurt. But if you're using void weapons, then you'll be doing a bunch of damage back. So this is the first real area where you're you get tested, I guess, or challenged. And if you just stay in this room here without actually going, well, I mean, you can go into the other room, but you can just stay in like this little room here and they won't come in for the most part. Sometimes a dreg or two will come in, or if a captain comes in, like if you get too close, but for the most part you're pretty safe in there. And just recommend chilling in there unless they're the servitors are in one of the two rooms. But yeah, just you can stay back and just pick them off and keep popping in and out. So skipping ahead a bit here is where you're, I guess, challenged for a second time, and it's when you go downstairs. There's two doors, one to the left, one to the right. When you go down the stairs, I would recommend splitting up, just because sometimes you can get flanked if you all go to like the left door, or if you all go to the right door. But I prefer the left door over the right one, but yeah, it's whatever. The only real threats in this room are the two goblins that I just showed you, where I was sniping them, and the Minotaurs. I believe there's two Axis goblins too, that have those Minotaur guns, but they're weaker than the Minotaurs, so yeah. When you kill everything here and you're about to go through this part here, a wave of goblins spawn, and they can actually catch you off guard if they teleport, but for the most part they should just walk. Alright, so when you enter the Nexus, you'll come out through a cave, and there's about 15 goblins here. They do teleport immediately pretty much, so I wouldn't sight down where they currently are, because they'll teleport closer to you, and then that's where they all will be. So once you take out them, you'll be at the boss, well, the boss area. And before you jump down, I would recommend taking out at least one Axis Minotaur, which is the yellow Minotaurs, just because they're harder than the just red bar Minotaurs like you saw there. But if you can pick one Axis one off, it'll just make your life a lot easier when you're down on the ground. You can try to stay up top there for the whole like boss battle thing, but Minotaur, like an Axis Minotaur, keeps spawning behind you every, I'm gonna say, 15 to 20 seconds. So it's kind of a pain, but it can be done. But this is the much safer way, which is hiding behind a wall, which is the cheese spot of this level. But as you see here, you just pick off a few Minotaurs. You don't have to, I don't think. You can just wait it out and then the Nexus will finally spawn, but I'm pretty sure you have to kill at least one or two. So if you just want to spawn the Nexus guy, or whatever his name is, kill the red Minotaur just because they're easier. But if you're planning on killing all the Minotaurs, I would start with the yellow Axis ones first. So the cheese spot, which is the wall here, when you drop down, if you're still looking at the center, like if you were to just go straight down from the drop, it's like right behind you, and then there should be a little crack on the, if you're looking at it, a little crack on the left side which you can squeak through, which I'm looking at right now. Or if you go around on the right side, there's this boulder here that you can jump up on and get around. Now if you have 3 people, you have one person staying safe in the middle, while you have one person where I am, and then one person where my buddy is at right now. and you just keep shooting. But we were only doing it with 2 people, so we just kind of took turns shooting just to make sure each of us is safe, kinda. And yeah, you just keep doing that pretty much, and you'll eventually kill them. Every, I guess, quarter, I think once you get them to a quarter, or like take off at least a quarter of health, Vex start spawning in. You don't have to take them out, but obviously it makes your life a bit easier when you're trying to get shots off. But it's definitely not necessary. You can just ignore them and keep shooting. They'll never come behind the wall, so you're pretty safe in there. If you are underleveled, this is possible just because you won't get hit really. Like you'll have one person that won't be hit at all, so it's pretty easy to do. It's just a bit time consuming, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing to it really. And yeah, I'll see you guys later and hope that helped.